Alabama at the Coleman Coliseum, the much celebrated program at Alabama for NCAA titles, but they find themselves currently in second place. LSU, with a strong performance on the uneven bars, holds a 1/10 of a point lead over Alabama after the first rotation. Moments ago, you'll remember Ashleigh Miles drilled this perfect 10 vault with beautiful form and execution. The highlight of the rotation for Alabama. Then Annie Gagnon from LSU planted this dismount. Head coach D.D. Bro said that's what we needed after one mistaken performance. They counted 5 strong scores to take the lead, a surprising lead over Alabama here in Tuscaloosa by 1/10 of a point.
Regional uneven bars champion, Shannon Hrozek.
To the uneven bars now, Shannon Hrozek. We saw her earlier on the vault.
This has typically been one of Alabama's best events. In terms of style, performance, and consistency.
The score for the first performer from Alabama, Alexis Brion, with a 9.775.
Good tight body in the handstand, nice swing through the bottom. New dismount for her, and she does it extremely well. Swings up, half twist, double front, very, very nice. That is a good feeling to introduce a new element and just nail it.
To the vault now, LSU. Ricky LaRue had a 9.725. Annie Gagnon a 9.65. Here is Kelly Phelan.
Yurchenko forthwith, same vault we saw from Ashleigh Miles. Not quite as big, but look at the landing. That made her happy. Didn't quite have that perfect dart-like stick, but she managed to keep her feet almost in exactly the same place as they landed. Notice how she has to pipe down just a little bit and only slid slightly off center.
We'll check your score in a minute. The score there is 9.9 for that stuck landing. Here are the scores then on the bars. 9.775 for Alexis Brion, 9.8 for Shannon Hrozek. Dana Filetti will be the next performer on bars for Alabama. Filetti was an alternate to the 2001 World Championship team for the U.S.
Nice position on that release move, almost laid out before she reached back to regrasp the bar. Nice performance of bars. Couldn't quite come up with the stick. Hard landing. Anytime you're coming forward and landing, you can't see the ground. It's just a little bit harder. It takes a lot of repetition in the gym to get that landing, and then you need to compete it many, many times before you really have that cat-like feel.
Back to the vault now for LSU. Nicki Butler.
Well, they are definitely coming up with some very good landings. We saw it on uneven bars. Now, even though the judges don't compare balls, like they won't compare it to Ashleigh Miles, you still look at the overall dynamics of the ball. It's not quite as big and powerful. Hike down just slightly, but impressive landings. And note, you can't take deductions that aren't there. She does a little wiggle, but keeps those feet right in place.
NCAA All-American gymnast
Marie Baer now getting ready to perform on the bars. She is a fine all-around gymnast. She's a really beautiful, fluid, swinging athlete that emphasized on the uneven bars.
Uses her nice long height. She's 5'5".
You know, in the real world, that's not very tall, but in the gymnastics world,
it's gigantic. And it's beautiful to see on uneven bars. And since over the years, these bars have gotten wider and wider from each other, which allows the taller gymnast to swing through easily and do big skills, just like the little ones. Very good. We got a good competition going.
By the way, the score for Dana Filetti was a 9.825. Marie Bayer certainly will get a strong score for that performance as well.
Nice form on that double tuck. Not a super difficult dismount, but beautiful form.
Here's April Burkholder.
She thought she had it. She was trying to come in more like Ashleigh. Miles came in straight and just didn't quite have the rotation, but she went for it.
By the way, her teammate, Nicki Butler, had a 9.9, so they've had good scores there.
Absolutely. They were setting it up for this. She tried to keep that laid-out position. She didn't quite have the rotation or the height to pull that off.
Oh, you can see the disappointment in her face. She was looking for her perfect 10 of the night, or certainly a 9.95.
But at this point in the season, that's what you have to go for. She tried to stay completely straight, which would have come out with a bigger score. A little more height, a little more rotation. She would have been able to pull it off.
Her score, a 9.825. And the score for Marie Bayer, 9.875 on the uneven bars. We have quite a close competition coming up, and of course it's time once again for Ashleigh Miles. Kathy, she does one of the biggest release moves I've ever seen in the world.
She almost overwhelms the bars. She just really attacks this routine, uses her strength, and very good technique.
Here it comes.
Right here. Boom. I think she's smiling. You don't usually see smiles on the uneven bars. Well, why not? Sure looks easy. Whoa, she slung it out there, but almost got the stick. That one leg, I saw.
What a talent.
I just saw it, but arms went up.
She's sharp enough to make the adjustment in the air and pull that landing around. It could have been a fall.
Every time she does that dismount, she slings it way out. Don't you think that she's going to not even come close to the landing? It's way, way out. But she pulls it around just a little too far. Had to take a step.
All right, this is Ashleigh Clare-Kearney. Now, she wasn't going to compete in today's competition, feeling a little ill before the meet. And at the last minute, she was taken out of the lineup and then put back in the lineup.
That ball pumped them all up. She rallied for the cause. I told you you'd see a lot of these balls. You take up balls. They're worth the 10. Now, she didn't need to fight down quite so much. She actually could have stayed a little bit straighter and probably come up with a more stuck landing.
Not feeling her best tonight, but she put in a strong ball for her team in this terrific SEC team battle. Here are the scores. Look at that on the ball. 9.65, the one low score to be dropped. 2 9.9s, the 9.825, 9.725, and the score for Ashleigh Clare-Kearney, a 9.8. So LSU very strong on the ball. Well, here's Terin Humphrey, winner of 2 silver medals at the Olympics in Athens this summer. New addition to the team just at the semester break.
And one of those silver medals is for this event, for this she swings easily, beautifully, just fluid. She doesn't even have to do her whole set from Athens. She's got plenty of difficulty. She could do half a routine and come up with more than enough.
She competed her first meet last week against Iowa State here, scored a 9.9 in her first collegiate performance. You can see her crowd coach, Sarah Patterson, first Olympian ever at Alabama. She was proud to land her. She'll be a great contributor to this program. By the way, the score for Ashleigh Miles is a 9.875. We'll be back with the score for Terin Humphrey and update you halfway through this competition. More gymnastics. There's a nice look at 2 of the legendary coaches, not only in gymnastics, but in women's sports. Dee Bro, 28 years at LSU. Sarah Patterson, 27 at Alabama. We spoke to some of the LSU Tigers about their leader, Dee Bro.
She puts us under pressure in the gym so that when we compete, we don't feel the pressure as much because we've dealt with it in the gym, and she's just very motivating and pushes us to do our best. A determined woman, and she knows what she wants, and she's out to go get it. She's behind her team 100%, and I think that we're all grateful for that. And her being in it a long time, you know, she's earned a lot of respect in the SEC, and I think it's just good to have her on our side.
There's Dee Dee Bro, and of course her rival tonight is Sarah Patterson. We talked to some of the Alabama team members about Miss Patterson as their mentor.
That's one of the reasons, you know, that I came here, because Sarah not only cares about you as her athlete and how you're performing, she also cares about you as a person.